The Pittsburgh Steelers 2018 season began without Le'Veon Bell, and unfortunately it ended without him as well. Despite reports that Bell planned to rejoin the Steelers during the team's Week 7 bye, didn't happen, and then he didn't even return before their trade deadline either. Bell's prolonged absence is due to a contract dispute with the Steelers that began well over a year ago, but has reached a boiling point and will definitely end with him on a different roster in 2019. The battle between the Steelers and Bell even threatened to split the locker room, with some players calling him out for his tiresome antics and calling his holdout stupid and selfish. It also caused other players like Antonio Brown to jump to Bell's defense after Bell missed the first 2 weeks of the regular season, and the Steelers even stripped his name from the roster and depth chart along the line.
My thing is with this, if you're going to come back to this team, you can't force a trade. Say if we're rolling, do we just pull Connor or Ridley or whoever else out? That's a decision that's got to be made, and it might be right up his alley to where he say, well, hell, I don't have to play, I go into free agency. So I get it, I understand it, get your money, but I don't know, at least let us know, I guess.
Now, just to add my 2 cents, I find it hypocritical how players can bash other players for holding out, but when they get cut or traded are immediately forced to keep in mind that this is a business. And Bell's decision is nothing short of that, and it's unfortunate to see how players didn't understand that. With Bell almost guaranteed to leave in free agency, the Steelers have no reason to squeeze every drop of value out of him. He led the league in touches in 2017. There are 2 main arguments for Bell holding out, and the most obvious is the risk of a serious injury. Look no further than Earl Thomas, who played after giving into demands for the Seahawks to sign him to a long-term contract or to trade him, and then he broke his leg. Or look at Alex Smith, who might have suffered a career-ending injury in Week 11. The other argument supporting Bell choosing to sit is overall wear and tear. He will enter the next season at 27 with 1,229 carries during his Steelers career. Historically, running backs' productivity declines after 1,500 carries and becomes shockingly poor after 1,800 and after turning 30. Adding several hundred rushes and passing plays by taking the field this season could have led teams to offer him less guaranteed money in his next contract. The team was prepared to move on, and James Conner stepped up for the Steelers in Bell's absence. He's proven to be as effective as an every down back as Bell has been over his previous 5 seasons in Pittsburgh, handling rushing, receiving, and blocking duties. He's done well this season, but he isn't a Le'Veon Bell. The Steelers running back situation is set for the future because of how well Connor played, but they will still have a decision to make regarding Bell in 2019. They could offer him a 3rd franchise tag, but the likelihood of that is low, given the value of a 3rd tag is determined by averaging the yearly salaries of the top 5 highest paid players. There are a few teams I think he'll sign with, and the Colts are one of them. With Andrew Luck at quarterback and around $120 million in salary cap room, they seem to be atop of his list along with other key free agents. The Jets look like a second landing spot for him, and the Packers may be in the market for a running back as well. With $40 million in cap space, hopefully he chooses a contender whoever he signs with.
Bulletproof vest on, weak on correct. Guess I'm living in the war zone to ease up my stress. New chain ringing like keys on my neck. Guess I'm living like a star, you will be on it best. Go to cool mom, got a D on your test. D on your test, better be on for